Terry Orchard says, are you an active dreamer? Do you have or have you in the past had lucid dreams, and what are your thoughts on it? I'm fascinated by lucid dreams. There's an amazing movie. There's an amazing movie called Until the End of the World by Wim Wenders. It's from 1990, 91, which you should, if you go watch that film, don't watch the director's cut, which is 4.5 hours long. Watch the regular release, which is already long at like 2.5 hours. I love the director's cut, but I wouldn't necessarily recommend for a first timer to go for the 4-hour version. That being said, it's from 1991, which if you go watch it, please remind yourself that it's 1991, because there are tablets and iPads and digital advertising, all the stuff that didn't exist in 1991. It presages a tremendous amount of our digital future, just like 2001 did, and it's remarkable. And in it, a device is built that can accurately replicate what people see and hear, and it can also, from inside their brains, and it can also record their dreams. And a bunch of people end up sort of addicted to watching their dreams. It's not really a spoiler. And Max von Sydow is the scientist that builds this technology. And when he's looking at the first dream, someone says, it's my childhood. And he says, it's the soul singing to itself, which is the most romantic version of a dream. And I long sort of held to myself that dreams had this kind of magical quality to them. And then I spent probably the better part of 3 or 4 years writing down my dreams all the time. I have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dreams written down. And some of them are surpassingly beautiful. Some are amazingly surreal. Some are so hilariously allegorical to my mental state at the time that I feel like it was a bad writing team in my head. But ultimately, one thing that happens if you write down your dreams actively, you start to be able to recognize when you're in one. That's sort of one of the first steps for me to realizing that I'm in a dream and wondering what I could do. But the other thing that happens is you get better and better at writing your dreams. You get better and better at remembering them. And for the dream chroniclers out there, if you touch type, you have a magnificent method to chronicle your dreams. Because when you wake up from a dream and you turn on the lights, it's like everything just like flies away like doves. So over the past few years, when I have a particularly weird dream that I want to write down, I pull out my laptop, I open it up and immediately turn the screen as low as it can go. I open a word processing program as fast as I can without opening my eyes, text edit or something really straightforward. And then I turn the screen off and just touch type what I can remember while my eyes are closed. And that is, without a doubt, the best way I've ever found to chronicle one's dreams. But I described that there was this period in my life when I was writing them down for 3 or 4 years. This is the early 90s. I had to stop because I got so good at it. I was waking up literally 5 times a night, each time after a dream. Write that down and go back to sleep. And then woke up, write down another dream and go back to sleep. And it took up too much of my time. And after writing down hundreds of dreams, I no longer ascribe that it is, sure, one could describe it as the soul singing to itself, or that there are secrets to be revealed in one's dreams. But for the most part, I think it's our brain working out social situations and things that are stressing us out. It's our brain doing some exercise while we're resting. I don't think it's much more complex than that. And it's a beautiful thing. But, other people's dreams. Your own dreams are so fascinating. Other people's dreams, not so much. So be patient with people. Don't read them the whole thing. Give them the highlights. Those are my thoughts on dreams. John Osborn has a terrific question. He wants to know if I could give my sewing machine the superpower to sew through any one difficult substance, what would it be? Oh, that one's easy, John. Shoes. I have this Sailrite machine, which is a beast. It is a prosumer machine, sub $1,000. It is a monster. It does a straight stitch and a zigzag stitch, and it is one of the best additions to my tool corral that I have put in my shop in the last several years. That being said, it still can't quite sew through the leather and rubber of a shoe sole like a machine specifically designed to do that. And one of the things I have done with every sewing machine I've ever had is maxed out its abilities. It is lovely to have the Sailrite, whose abilities are like at least triple of the next biggest machine I ever used. Not biggest, but the next most powerful machine. The one I used before that was a Janome 3000, which is a terrific consumer level machine. I love that machine, and it was fantastic. The Sailrite is just an order of magnitude more useful to me. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to support us even further, you can by becoming a tested member. Details are, of course, below, but it includes all sorts of perks, and we're building them all the time. You get advanced word and behind-the-scenes photos of some of our projects. Questions, you get to ask direct questions during my live streams, and we have some members-only videos, including the Adam real-time series of unbroken, unedited shots of me working here in the shop. They are weirdly meditative. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you on the next one.